David, it seems you've turned off all of our video. You just tired of seeing our faces on Zoom, or
I would never say that.
the bandwidth issue? Probably just a bandwidth issue.
So we can't control your videos apparently, so that would all be you guys.
What says that the host has stopped it, but I'm fine to. I am wearing pants, but I'm fine to not have a camera on.
Well, we can take a minute and try and fix it.
We are live right now, folks.
Yeah. Does anyone have video that now at their end?
No, it says what Will was saying, that you guys have control.
But it's not a problem. I mean, we can all hear each other and communicate.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too, with no video. I've got a face for radio.
Okay, well, we'll jump right into it. Welcome to the, you're good? Yeah, welcome to today's Sewage Commission meeting. It's Tuesday, May 12th, 2020. And I'll also start off by making note that Director Hamir is here for item D2, consideration on that one. And I'll also note that we are on the unceded territories of the Comox First Nation. And we will move straight into the agenda on item C, management report, if someone would move that. And Director Grant moved it. Do we have a seconder?
Second.
Director Morin, thanks very much. And does anyone have any questions about the I don't see any hands flying up. So with that, is anyone opposed? Just speak up or put your hand up if you're opposed to receiving those. And I don't hear anything, so we'll consider that unanimous. And we'll move into section D, reports. Number 1, the Comox Valley Sewage Management Advisory Committee minutes.
Move receipt.
And I'll give, thank you, Director Morin. And a seconder?
Second.
Thanks, Director Cole-Hamilton. And does anyone have any questions about the Management Advisory Committee minutes? Not seeing anyone. Is anyone opposed to receiving those? I see people turning their mics on. Does anyone want to talk? Nope. Okay. I'll consider that received with unanimous consent, and we'll move to item number 2, which is the update on the odor control upgrades. Someone would move receipt, please.
I'll move receipt.
So by Director Grant and seconded by Director Arnott. Alternative Director, thank you very much. And I'll pass it over to staff.
Thank you very much, Chair and Commissioners. Chris LaRose is here. He will introduce the report and the recommendation and answer any of your questions.
Thank you, Russell. Good afternoon, everyone. So at the February 11th meeting, the Sewage Commission approved the staff recommendations for the bioreactors and upgrade the odor control system at the treatment plant. So despite the ongoing pandemic, we're still striving for completion of the project before next summer, 2021. To allow us to work towards this aggressive schedule and taking advantage of ISL's extensive experience at the plant, we've directly awarded the detailed design to their firm. We've also identified critical lead times for equipment required for the upgrade, so that we can get these specified and tendered separately from the construction project to ensure they're on hand and won't delay the construction. And finally, we've worked with ISL and our operators to fine-tune the scope. So this included a detailed review of the future upgrade timing, the airflow through the system, and the concentrations. And the conclusions of this review have led to the recommendation on this report, which is that we shift from option 2B as described in the ISL report attached to the February 11th report, and again to this report, to option 2C. So option 2C involves twinning the existing scrubber rather than replacing it with a larger single scrubber. We've concluded that option 2C will provide significantly better odor performance, as it will allow the most odorous facility air, which is currently being captured, to continue to pass through both a scrubber and a carbon polisher, rather than having those those flows mix with the less odorous bioreactor air. While it's cheaper in the short term and won't significantly increase operational costs, it does mean that the service will still have to replace the existing scrubber at the end of its lifespan in about 20 years. But in addition to being to better odor performance, this option will also allow us to better achieve treatment efficiencies by allowing us to stage the increase in capacity over the years, rather than building a single larger scrubber right now that can handle the flows 45 years from now. So that's it from now. It's really meant for an update, and happy to answer any questions.
Thanks very much, Chris. And you might just have to turn yours on and off again to get the camera back. And of course, Director Hamir, if you'd like to weigh in on this item, feel free. And I'll just pull up the list. Thanks. Does anyone have any questions or comments on this?
No.
Oh, an excellent Lieutenant Colonel Gerard is with us. Thanks for joining us. And I see that Director Hamir does have a comment or question.
Okay, thank you. So just a question to staff. Chris, so I just wanted to confirm that covering the entire bioreactors is still going ahead. That's what I gleaned from the report, but I just wanted to confirm.
Yes, yeah, definitely confirmed. No change to the plans to cover the bioreactors. Just in terms of what we do with that odorous air, we feel that this solution will provide a much better odor performance than what was initially recommended in February.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And Chris, there's also a minor cost implication to the changes.
Yeah, so there is a slight cost reduction, about $500,000 cheaper in the short term. That comes at the cost of having to replace the existing scrubber in 15 to 20 years. But we feel that that's largely a wash. And from an operational perspective, there would be marginally higher operational costs from this option, but it's more than offset by the improvements in performance. We feel.
Thank you. And Director Morin.
Sorry, I just wanted to mention it's really difficult to hear. I only got parts of what Chris said, but I think I got the gist of what he said.
Okay, we'll try and fix that. Sorry about that. Is there any clarification you need, Director Morin?
No, I don't think so. I think I heard that the coverage was going to be the same, the cost was going to be a bit less, and that it was anticipated that it was going to be more effective. Is that kind of the gist of it? Yeah.
I'd say that's the gist, yeah.
Great, thank you.
Oh, there's a new phone number. Has someone called in with us by phone?
Yeah, it's actually Director Cole Hamilton. I just was having trouble hearing, so I decided to phone in because I've got higher volume on this than on my computer.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
So I don't see Director Morin, your hand's still up. Are you have any more questions?
Sorry, no, I didn't lower my hand, but shall I move on to, oh, I guess we need to vote on receipt. I was going to just move the recommendation, but I'll just lower my hand.
You can run the meeting if you want. I don't see any more questions. So on receipt, is anyone opposed? And I don't see anyone, so we'll receive this unanimously and we'll move on to the recommendation. It's moved by Director Grant.
A second.
Thank you very much. And are there any more questions or discussion on this? And I don't see anyone jumping in, so I'll poll the group. And so Director Arnott.
Yeah, in favor.
Director Morin.
In favor.
Lieutenant Colonel Gerard. Lieutenant Colonel Gerard.
Hold on.
And we unmuted you for you.
Oh, in favor.
Thank you. Director Grant, he's in favor. Director Cole Hamilton,
In favor.
and we have directors. Do we have Director Swift? No. Is that everyone? Did I miss anyone? It's unanimous. Great. Thanks very much, guys. And with that, we'll move on to the in-camera resolution. Moved by Director Grant.
Second.
And got that? Seconded, thanks very much. And once again, I'll pull the group. So Director Arnott,
Yeah, in favor.
Director Grant, Director Moran,
In favor.
Director Cole Hamilton,
In favor.
Lieutenant Delta Gerard,
In favor.
and sorry about the Lieutenant Colonel part there. And is that everyone? I gotta get a bill. Yeah, and myself, I was unanimous, thanks. Well, thanks very much. That was a quick, easy meeting, and give us 30 seconds here. We'll move in camera.